Welcome to the podcast that earned recognition in 2 consecutive years, 2019 and again 2020, as one of the best podcasts in marketing research. This is Research Business Daily Report. And we thank you for watching RBDR today and hope you'll lend your support for this research news series, which we'll tell you about at the end of today's video. I'm Bob Lederer, now in my 26th year as the respected voice in market research. Bloomberg columnist Noah Smith penned a remarkable opinion, I thought, about the widely unexpected and ultimately surprising contributions during the coronavirus breakout from Zoom, Amazon, and other recent marketing startups. Quote, try to imagine what 2020 would have been like without Google, Amazon, Zoom, Slack, or any of the other online services, wrote Smith. It's probably terrifying, he added. Smith mentioned lines around the block outside retail stores if Amazon had not existed, and waiting online for hours with the real increased risk of infection and more suffering for the economy as people were forced to delay their purchases. Without Zoom, Slack, and other remote management tools, many more people would have been forced to work in their company offices. And consider the more widespread misinformation that would have existed if Google didn't exist, and people were forced to rely on the White House for COVID updates last year. Smith stated that productivity growth has slowed in the last 15 years, but look at how much it boomed suddenly during COVID in 2020, thanks to these and other innovations. The free digital services that have become part of every American's daily lives suddenly has delivered unanticipated booming benefits. Quote from Smith, it illustrates the principle that we can't rely only on normal times to judge the value of innovations. Sometimes, he said, technologies act as insurance policies, a way of backstopping society against disaster. Well, picking up from where Noah Smith ended, I carried over his thinking to the research industry's response to the virus's realities in delivering client information continually in a timely knowledge and insight-filled format. Research couldn't have anticipated most of the challenges that the coronavirus would impose, much less the speed at which it took over the country or how fully it took control. And metaphorically, how it dared research to react. It did take a while for most offline research to transfer to the necessary online mode, but in many cases that happened and almost seamlessly. Some offline research modes like focus groups and neuroscience, which we spotlighted yesterday, had been almost exclusively central location based, but then underwent accelerated development of an online remote option out of necessity. In addition, COVID-era research adapted to consumers' altered lifestyles for, as one example, where they shopped, their in-store behavior, their understanding of what was available on the shelf, what they were actually purchasing, and the quantities that they were purchasing. As RBDR has also reported, COVID altered how research calculated and reported store visits, store traffic, and the time spent during shopping trips. So, research, too, I think it's fair to say, demonstrated unanticipated flexibility, resourcefulness, and innovativeness under sudden, harsh circumstances, when it had to, because it had to. That's a wrap on today's Research Business Daily Report. If you don't watch us, the editorial goal of every RBDR video is to present you with news insights and commentary that you're not going to find anywhere else. And we've got no doubt that your appreciation for us and fulfilling that promise will grow if you give us a regular viewing. And as just one sign of your appreciation, well, maybe you'll consider becoming an RBDR Patreon supporter, which is what Protégé's Mark McDonough signed up for about a week ago. Thanks, Mark, for your support and your vote of confidence. We encourage everyone out there to follow his lead, and you can do so by visiting RBDR's exclusive crowdfunding platform at patreon.com/RBDR. So we hope you'll have a good research day, and we'll be looking for you to join us here again tomorrow. And until then, please stay safe.